There. Namaste, Rashmi. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, Rashmi. It's very nice to be with you.
And thank you so much. We have had this journey for 1.5 years together, and feels great to have you on this interview where today's topic is about the life of a homemaker. A woman who does so many things on daily basis but has somewhere lost its recognition, and it's time to bring that focus back to the value of having a woman at home and still balancing and managing a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm Rashmi. I'm Rashmi Patil, and I'm a BA graduate. I have two kids. One is studying in PU2, he's Rishi Patil, and one is Kushi, she's in sixth grade. And I feel very blessed to have them in my life. They're very talented. Okay.
It's excellent. So, a little more introduction about, a little more to know about how your life has been as a homemaker, and when did your journey start as a homemaker?
Okay. I think it's been 19 years since I'm a homemaker. And because of my in-laws, um, I didn't think of working anywhere else. Uh, and I had a very young kid,
Mhm.
so I never planned to work outside.
Okay, that's
So
appreciated.
yeah,
So, what are the pros and what are the positives that you have seen on this journey so far?
okay. Positive things. I think nobody has to teach a woman how to be a homemaker or how to be a mother. So she's naturally gifted with these. And my journey as a homemaker was amazing. I've learned a lot of things from my flaws, and my uh, I've taken it as an advantage and seen not to repeat that.
Yeah, and you
I mean,
learned over time the
yeah, over
positives,
time.
right?
Yeah.
So I
So
think women have this innate intelligence which will naturally start coming about what to do next, isn't it?
yeah, because nobody teaches you how to manage. As we were kids, our parents used to tell us what to do, what not to do, but nobody tells you how to be a mother or how to be a housemaker. It's in you, it's in yourself, I mean, it's inbuilt.
Right,
So women,
absolutely. And
yeah.
what are the cons or what are the heavy lifting things which you feel women homemakers are facing these days, which drains them down? And a life of a homemaker can be so amazing, but there are certain cons and certain drawbacks which are not letting them enjoy that part of life.
Okay, firstly, I would like to say you can manage very well.
Mhm.
And some of the cons are you're taken very granted, you know.
Mhm.
Uh, People think you're always available for them, but they don't realize that self-love and ourself, we have to give a lot of importance to our health, exercise, eating balanced food. All these are also very equally important for a housewife.
And a healthy
As to
personality of
a
a
healthy
woman, right?
personality also,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a very important role. We have to take care of so many things. So firstly, we have to be healthy.
Mm.
We keep our mind calm. First important thing is you have to be very patient to be a homemaker.
Mhm. Wow, that's a beautiful statement there.
Yeah,
Something that, yeah, I think even that we as women are just learning over time, right? How it
yeah,
is benefiting us in a lot of ways.
yeah. You have to have a very strong mind, Rashmi. It's not very easy to choose to be at home. You need to make a lot of sacrifices, and at the end, believe me, you will get a better result. You can see your result through your kids. You know, my kids are really very talented and doing amazing in their life. They're very happy, and
That's that's the fruit of
I
it. Yeah.
enjoyed my journey like anything. Even my problems, I've learned how to tackle my problems also very well.
That's
So
great.
it's, yeah, you have to you have to be happy to keep others happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Next question. So how the drawbacks which most homemakers are feeling these days, the mothers or wives are feeling these days, how we can help convert that heaviness into something lighter and something happier? What are the
Most of
possible
the
ways?
I think, Rashmi, most of them feel, oh, they are at home, so they don't do any work. That bothers, that really bothers them a lot, you know. I mean,
But the
that's
point is like they are
the
already doing so much.
yeah, the false conception is they don't do anything, but they don't realize the amount of effort what we put in. So I think the first is change the outlook, change the way others think or feel about a housewife. It's very important. I think we should make this change happen, we ourselves, by not letting others think about ourselves like that. We have to
Absolutely.
change. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
If
somewhere
we want,
yeah, down the line we have, even if I see my journey, I have neglected this idea of being a homemaker, or that's not so lucrative or beneficial. But then the way I see the things are turning, then I'm like, no, being at, if my mother did not provide all the stability, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now, lifting up
yeah,
and cherishing other women. So
yeah.
makes a lot of difference.
When we sacrifice and we do something for others, they come up, but they don't realize how they have come up. So it's very important to make them realize how they've come up,
Hmm.
and at least so show some regards for what we are doing, you know. That's very important.
Yes.
We should not our, ourselves take advantage, being
But
taken advantage.
yeah,
Yeah,
instead that appreciation, recognition has to come up.
yeah, yeah. I think my kids give a lot of respect for me, what I do and what I am, and they encourage me a lot. In turn, they have encouraged me to do anything what I like, not what others want me to do. That's the beauty of my. I think I've got a great gift.
Having these kids, yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent.
being 19 years, I've spent my life for them, and I'm getting results now. So I'm very happy. You know, I think
Great.
love and respect is what all that we want and all that matters.
Yeah. Quite profound the way you said it.
Thank you.
And yeah, I think this would be just an extension, but yeah, we have already covered this up, but just highlighting this once again. Many homemakers, at least in Asian countries, many homemakers in the Eastern world feel unseen and unheard despite all the efforts they are doing in daily life for the families. And as a woman, how can we, uh, uplift and make it a better experience? Pretty much, I think you have covered all the solutions. Anything else you feel has to be added?
Okay, Rashmi, I think we are not paid, so we are not recognized.
Mm.
When we
Yeah,
ask for, when we demand for something, I mean, how to say, I mean,
something to buy or something to do the activities where you have to ask for the money. Like, is that the point?
No, no. I mean, we do so much of work and we are not recognized. So I think they should ask, they should demand for a salary that is nice.
Hmm.
That's
Okay.
the best.
Something to be thought of. Then
Yeah.
everything will
Because
come in its track. Yeah.
that's the first way women, they have to demand for something, you know. Then they'll start recognizing you. हाँ हाँ वो डिमांड कर रही है अभी तो कुछ तो बात है.
Yeah. Somewhere that reverse movement will make a
Yeah,
trigger, it's a trigger. Yeah.
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 Then
The money system has somewhere neglected
yeah,
the innate efforts of a homemaker. Need to
yeah.
bring that back. Yeah.
I feel the best way to uplift a homemaker is to give love, respect, divide her work,
Mm.
divide her work. I mean, kids should come and ask you, Mom, is there something which I can help you or I can do for you? That will, I think that will have a lot of change in the future also and for herself also. We should start involving kids in family decisions, Rashmi. That's very important, I feel.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because they, as the time change, their thinking and their maturity level, it will help it will help them in the thinking or being matured, you know. We should involve them. We should give them work. We should make them understand what, how to manage time or how to do things. You know, we have to make them learn in initial stages. That they should have some respect when they grow up.
Yeah. And lot of major decisions about finances, money, job, uh,
Yeah,
within the family. Let it be even
yeah,
four or five as a family, but yeah, knowing it all helps. Otherwise, then it's like only one child is doing a lot and the other is not doing it, and all sorts of
yeah.
confusion that you're not telling me this, you're not telling me that. So even kids
Usually,
want to be involved in a way.
yeah, we should involve them, you know. I mean, otherwise, as you told, they keep fighting, you know.
So yeah, going to that, yeah, I think pretty much the I think the future is faster than we think, because you somehow answered the question, how can children and husband
Yeah,
uplift a homemaker and cherish. So
yeah.
okay, one point to touch upon is how can a husband help his wife feel cherished and uplifted.
I think it's very, from a husband's point of view, financially making her stable will help her more. I mean, she has to know what's his investment, how he's managing his salary. I think it's a part that a wife also helps her husband in these ways, you know. I mean, his she helps her in his savings. It's very
Hmm.
important. Yeah, unnecessary expenditure could help her doing this.
Yeah, a balance where if the woman is not having it, the husband can contribute and make it
Yeah,
in a
make it a
respectable
balance.
way. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not jatana nahi hai, but then in a way that you are doing this for me, so I'm willing to step in and do this for you. Right.
yeah, and I think it's very important that women learn to do her financial management by herself. You know, whether it is her husband's money, it doesn't matter. She has to know where he's invested, what is he doing. It's very important for her to know, and she has to help. You know,
Absolutely. That is when a husband and wife will have that synergy, right?
yeah,
But
balanced.
to add to this, I'll come up with one point, Rashmi, which I experienced in a few days. where
Mhm.
nowadays, even nowadays, at least our 90s generation, it's become like the prospective man is scared
Mm.
that if a woman comes, then she'll take away the money. And then so much of issues when it comes to meeting new people.
Okay.
And then the woman is like, oh god, there are only fears here, agar yahi karna hai to nahi karna hai next.
I
So
think it's
how do we come
wrong.
at a synchronous
Okay,
trust or decision? Yeah.
it's a very wrong prediction, Rashmi, that women will take over everything. She is already doing so much that she doesn't have. Usko jatana hi nahi padega. She's been she's been in doing things variously. I mean, she's a multitasker. So you don't have to. She doesn't have to come and tell. Oh, मुझे ये जताना है. ऐसा नहीं है अभी. अभी
Hmm.
भी change हो गया है, and men cannot be thinking something like this, at least
Yeah.
by now.
Yeah.
So I don't know how others think, Rashmi, but in my house, it's opposite.
Please share
My
it, because if there is one positive example coming from one family, it could bring hope and change for so many just by that experience.
my husband, I mean, usually he tells me, bang, he tells me his office work also sometimes, and he tells me his personal work also, which I have to do. I mean, I take it very positively because he wants me to learn those things. Even I take it positively. He wanted me to drive, so I learned driving, Rashmi. I learned driving because of for my kids and my husband, and he wants me to manage some of the
Yeah,
financial
so
banking or something. I even do that, and he has bought me a property recently on my name. So he
wow,
wants me, yeah, so he wants me to,
congratulations.
thank you. So he wants me to gradually learn things, and that's in turn helping me. And I'm willing to do that for something good, for something good. You never know what's your future. So you have to know all these things. And I involve my kids also in this. Whatever decisions we make in our family, my husband makes sure that my kids are involved in this, Rashmi. And I tell you, beat a simple thing. My kids are so loving to give their opinion, and they're really brilliant. My anger kid also is so brilliant, Rashmi. She has a lot of ideas, and
Wow,
she is very genuine. It comes from her heart. It's not just saying or anything. It really comes from her heart, which we all appreciate. My husband loves all the decisions from our kids also.
that's such a ideal family. And it already gives a very good feeling to know that yes, we have such families in India which are truly doing their efforts to be inclusive with within their selves,
No,
the
initially,
husband, wife, and kids, at least that center. Yeah.
it's very difficult to choose being a housemaker, but I promise you, you are the person who can make a difference in the family. When you can make a difference, you can change their opinion to Rashmi. It's not very difficult. I know it is difficult, but it's not impossible.
And women somehow are spiritually more advanced. They just know that from a spiritual point of view how they can protect, without even lifting a hand or a finger, they can still protect the
Yeah,
whole family. Yeah. Wow. Beautiful. That was a very beautiful point. I
thank
hope a
you.
lot of people who are going to see this will benefit from this. And okay, the fifth question: how a minimalistic life can reduce and reducing expenditure can reduce the stress and pressure on homemakers.
Okay, on this note, I would like to say, Rashmi, you have to maintain a diary wherein you have to register what are your monthly expenditure, and from next on, you can see to it. I mean, you can cut down your unnecessary expenditure out of it, and you can save for your future after your
It's
retirement.
yeah,
Or
like nowadays the way we are seeing, it's more of spending on material, right? We are just clogging
yeah,
our home with a lot of stuff.
yeah, that is what we have to
So
cut down. Unnecessary
yeah.
expenditure. Yeah, it's of no use.
We need
We
that
think we get
conscious. Yeah,
we think we are getting some kind of pleasure out of it, but it's not the right thing.
yeah,
We have to know where we have to put a full stop.
yeah, absolutely. And how does that show up with your kids? Like when it is about buying stuff or having things. So how is it with them?
My elder kid doesn't make any unnecessary expenditure at all, Rashmi. He's very conscious, he's more conscious than me. I'm very happy about that. He doesn't waste water or electricity or money, be it anything. And firstly, I'm very happy and glad that he doesn't gossip.
Wow.
He doesn't gossip, Rashmi. That's the beauty of my son. He is what he is.
Let's appreciate such men also. He is
Yeah,
he is an example already for the younger generation. Wow. And he's already an example at the age of 15, 16. So,
yeah.
or I
He
think
he
17. He must be 17 right now.
he's very emotionally balanced. He has a lot of respect for women. He doesn't speak a word about others, He doesn't like. He is a very true and genuine gift in my life, Rashmi. My kids are really, I'm gifted with genuine kids.
Yeah. And this was so important to bring up that
Yeah,
he being a masculine, he is already so conscious at in his teens. It's very
yeah.
rare in teenage. You know, I'm so
Right
glad
from
you brought this up.
right from his childhood, he is very independent, Rashmi. He's not dependent on me for anything. He cooks by himself. At the age of 3, he started cooking, Rashmi. He used to make omelette, he used to make pizzas, he used to boil anything or anything, and he used to, in the night, he used to lock the house. We never used to see. एक पेड़ लगा के लॉक करके सोता था. He's a very responsible
Very
child.
wise and yeah.
Yeah, and my younger one also. I mean, she's very helping. She loves helping others. She's very caring. She gets emotionally attached to everybody, but
Mm.
she's shrewd in her things, Rashmi. She's very shrewd. She knows how to get the job done, and
Uh,
she does them also. That's the smartness.
you have a feminine who is a powerhouse and a masculine who is equally smart.
It's
That's
I think
amazing.
it's very important to have good kids, Rashmi. Smarter kids.
Yeah, yeah. I think we should
Smart,
welcome that intelligence. It's
yeah.
like kids are already smart, but we are trying to throw the old programming and, just put them in that box. And then everything they have to do extra effort to rebel, to get out of that shell and then again rebuild.
You won't believe, I
Such a
never tell my
effort.
what to do. I never tell my kids, especially my daughter, I never tell her what to do. She's very strong and she knows what to do and how to get things done.
Mm, yeah. I think
I
this is
think
one very important point. Let me just come up with this once more, that letting kids do their stuff will already make them wise about what they want to do, what they don't want to do, right? But if parents are restricting more, they already get agitated and they'll go in a much bad direction,
I
you know.
think they'll lose their originality, Rashmi. We restrict them. They try to become someone else, and they lose their identity. One thing, I think freedom and flexibility we should give them.
Yeah.
It's their choice.
Yeah. Amazing. Wow. This is great. All right. And
Thank you.
your last, yeah. So the last point, your message to all the mothers of Earth.
Okay, I would like to say we are gifted as a woman. So you have to be proud of yourself as being born as a woman, firstly. And we are smart enough to do our things. We don't have to depend on anybody, or every time we don't have to depend on anybody. So we're quite independent. We are smart. We can manage our things. When we can manage so many people at a time, I think we can manage ourselves. So love yourself, have respect for what you do. That's more important. When you don't have that, others will, you cannot expect that from others.
Yeah.
So you're naturally gifted as being born as a woman. So live your life to the fullest.
Brilliant. So we end this conversation on a very beautiful note. And even as a homemaker, enjoying that life is what is the goal of this meeting and interview. Uh,
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for jumping in for this. Thank you so much.
Thanks
And
too for inviting me.
and many more things ahead. So have a great
Yeah.
day and see you soon.
Thank you, Rashmi. Same. Thank you.
Ta-da.